The laughingstock of the world. Donald Trump is pushing crypto to profit personally, racking up America's debt and weakening our national security in the process. Welcome to the No Spin Zone. Graph's Grievances starts right now. Sometimes you hear something that just sticks. A quote that echoes in your brain long after it's been said. That happened to me last week when I saw this.
We know what constitutes national security. We need, I was saying we shouldn't be stockpiling Bitcoin. We should be stockpiling guns, bullets, tanks, planes, drones, rare earths. We know what we need to do. This is not a mystery.
That was Jamie Dimon, CEO of JPMorgan Chase, arguably the most powerful man in global banking, issuing a not-so-subtle warning. He was calling out President Donald Trump's new pro-crypto crusade, a crusade that's not just enriching the president personally, but, according to Dimon, weakening America from within. Now, let's be clear. Jamie Dimon is no friend of democracy. Longtime viewers of this channel know I've criticized him repeatedly for his indifference to rising authoritarianism, for shrugging off Trump's attacks on democratic norms, and for consistently prioritizing profits over principle. But that's what makes this warning so remarkable. Dimon didn't mince words. He said, quote, "We should not be stockpiling Bitcoin." He wasn't talking about personal investment strategies. He was criticizing Trump's March executive order, which directed the Treasury to create two national crypto stockpiles, one for Bitcoin and another for other digital assets. Trump described it at the time as a, quote, virtual Fort Knox, a strategic Bitcoin reserve that would sit alongside America's gold and foreign currency holdings. But what it really does is inject volatility into our national reserve, legitimize risky speculation, and create massive personal profit for those already holding crypto, especially when that includes the president himself. And while Dimon is hardly a progressive champion, he is sounding the alarm on what this all means, not just for the economy, but for national security. Let's remember, Trump wasn't always pro-crypto. Back in 2019, he tweeted that Bitcoin, quote, is not money, and claimed it enabled drug trafficking and other illegal activity. But once Trump realized there was money to be made, his money, he flipped. Trump launched a meme coin in January called Trump. And since then, he's gone from crypto skeptic to the industry's loudest cheerleader. His campaign even promised to make the US the, quote, crypto capital of the world. And that promise came with action. Trump's Securities and Exchange Commission dropped or froze at least 7 lawsuits against major crypto firms. He signed an executive order in his first week back in office to ease crypto regulations and pardon Ross Ulbricht, the founder of the infamous Silk Road black market, who had been serving life for laundering money and trafficking drugs through crypto. Trump's message to the crypto world was unmistakable. The door is open, come right on in. This isn't just political, it's personal. Trump's company, World Liberty Financial, controls 80% of the Trump coin's supply. Every time a coin is bought or sold, Trump's firm collects a fee. So far, the coin has generated more than $320 million in trading revenue. And Trump isn't hiding it. he actively promotes the coin to his millions of followers on social media, boosting its visibility and its price. On May 9th, Trump held a fundraiser at his Virginia golf club, not for a campaign, but for his cryptocurrency. The top 220 holders of the Trump coin were invited to dine with the president. The top 25 got a private White House tour and an exclusive reception. This wasn't a donation drive, it was a commercial contest. A president selling access and influence through a speculative asset that directly enriches his family. And it wasn't just Americans in the room. Reports that foreign buyers were among the top participants, using anonymous crypto wallets to gain direct access to U.S. policy making. Some attendees even admitted they used the dinner to lobby Trump personally on deregulation. And according to video obtained by the New York Times, Trump promised to go easy on those holding crypto, more easy than the Biden administration had. While a majority of Americans have repeatedly chosen to write off Trump's grift, Jamie Dimon is pointing to something deeper. Not only is Trump profiting off the White House, he's doing it at the expense of keeping America safe. That's why Dimon went further. After warning against the Bitcoin reserve, he said this.
What I really worry about is us. Can we get our own act together, our own values, our own capability, our own management? And that stuff is going to kill us. You know, if we are not the preeminent military and the preeminent economy in 40 years, we will not be the reserve currency. That's a fact. Just read history. Celebrate our virtues: freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of enterprise, equal opportunity, family, God, country. Most important is maintain those military alliances. Keep the Western military alliances together. You know, beating up Europe, the goal should be help Europe get stronger. We know what their problems are. Keep them closer. You know, do the trade agreements and the investment agreements. They'll keep the Western world together. Those two things will keep the world safe and free for democracy. If we don't do those things, the world is not safe and free for democracy.
He's not just worried about inflation. He's warning about institutional decay, about a country becoming so corrupt, so unserious, so obsessed with crypto memes and online clout that it loses the very things that made it powerful in the first place. And all of this comes as the US heads straight towards a fiscal cliff, thanks to Donald Trump and the Republican Party. The numbers are hard to ignore. The interest on our national debt has now topped $1 trillion a year, more than we spend on the entire defense budget. And Trump's new tax plan, proudly named the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, would add another $3 to $5 trillion to the debt over the next decade, according to the Nonpartisan Committee for Responsible Federal Budget. So why does this matter? Because when the next real crisis hits, be it a war, a recession, a global emergency, America may not be able to borrow what we need. Debt this high means higher interest rates and fewer willing lenders. And that makes America weaker, right when we'd need strength the most. A strong country can borrow in a crisis. A reckless country cannot. And Trump is choosing recklessness, torching America's financial credibility just to enrich himself and hand favors to the wealthy. This isn't strategy, it's American sabotage. At a time of peace and prosperity, when we could be investing in our future, we're instead lighting our fiscal house on fire. And when that house burns, we're less safe, not just financially, but militarily and diplomatically. Donald Trump isn't just enriching himself. He's doing it by selling off America's strength, whether it's offloading the Trump coins to foreign investors, turning the White House into a crypto casino, or detonating the debt to reward billionaires. This isn't leadership. It's called liquidation. Trump's cashing out on the presidency, and the cost won't hit him. It'll hit us. Because the next time America faces a real threat, economic or military, we will be weaker, poorer, and less prepared. That should be a big wake-up call, because if this continues, it's not just our democracy that's at risk. It's our national security, our global standing, our ability to respond when the stakes are highest. The danger isn't coming, it's already here, and it's coming from within. Thank you for watching Graft's Grievances. Let me know what you think. Please consider supporting my channel via the Venmo link below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and join me tomorrow for more.